What's up, beautiful people? Listen, Daruma, welcome to the channel. Today we have this very interesting video from the Officer Tatum, and it's titled 15 Black Teens Jump White Students Unaliving Him at Las Vegas High School. Also, I'm excited to check this one out to hear what the Officer Tatum have got to say, because when I saw this, I was lost for words, because it's crazy to think that people would see this and say it is okay, when it's not okay. But yeah, I'm excited to hear what the Officer Tatum have got to say on this one. Let's check it out.
All I can do is just hope that they can find forgiveness in their heart and find a way to be able to come to terms with what they've done, man. I mean, I just love my children with all my heart, and it's just unimaginable that we could ever come to this point.
Jonathan Lewis, who shares the same name as his son, says his kid kept to himself and had plans of moving to Austin, Texas with him. Instead, those dreams were shattered. Metro's homicide unit is investigating a fight that happened last week near Rancho High School. So far, no arrests have been made.
Y'all already know what I'm about to say. Is brought to you by TatumStore.com. TatumStore.com. Make sure you get your merch link in the description section. Brand new pro-life merch. I got a few other designs that we're going to put out, but this is one of my favorites, and I think that everybody that's pro-life should be able to wear this, because the left, they always protest and they always showing their true colors and what they believe. Why don't we protest against them, or why don't we show that we protect life and we do it the right way? TatumStore.com. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell to get notification anytime we go live. Y'all already know what to do. Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, and ladies in Las Vegas, Nevada, I have to give commentary on this. And everybody already know what I'm about to say. And everybody's thinking what I'm about to say. The question is, we haven't seen the President of the United States comment on this. Have we? I haven't heard it. I haven't seen it. Send it to me if Joe Biden or anybody in the Biden administration has commented on 15 kids beating up and killing one kid. And the reason why you're not going to hear about 15 kids brutally murdering another kid in high school is because the kids that's doing the crime is black, and the kid that's getting bludgeoned is white.
Is white.
God is my witness. If God was right here sitting next to me in this podcast studio, he would agree with me that if these were 15 white kids beating up a black kid, Joe Biden would have already had a press conference and spoke about.
Now this right here makes it not okay. Like, there is nothing about this that is okay. And every time I hear in the news things like this happens, I be like, why? And this is what people keep talking about when you hear people say, oh, there is a white privilege and the likes and all. And I would say confidently there is a black privilege, because this right here is unacceptable. But it seems like the society wants to paint a certain image to make it look like it is okay, or things like this is okay, when it's not. 15 black kids jumping on one person, white. Forget about the race. 15 people on one person, and we're going to say is okay. Like, where in the book is this going to be okay? Let's go on.
Spoke about racism in America and systemic issues in America that face black and brown bodies. But a young white kid get beaten to death, and nobody's going to say anything but me and other people who actually care about these things that go on. Now, I don't know how this started, and I'll show you guys the video. I don't know how this started, but according to the father of the deceased 17-year-old boy, they were jumping or beating up a kid that was much smaller. He tries to intervene, and 15 of them beat him up. Now, I'm going to make a prediction. I guarantee you the argument that these young people are going to make is that the N-word was said. They're going to say he said the N-word. And that's supposed to absolve all of your responsibility. You're supposed to lose all of your wit, and you jump and beat a kid to death. All of y'all going to jail. Should go to jail. Should go to prison for murder. Every single person kicking and stomping this kid on the ground should go to prison for second-degree murder.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless they pre-planned jumping this kid, that should be first-degree murder. All of them should do 25 years in prison.
Simple.
All of them. Because there is no reason, no articulated fact that would suggest that a kid should get beat to death. White, black, green, orange. But the truth is that this is a common theology in inner cities in America. It's a common theology with black students and black kids in America. If they ain't beating it.
Now, I don't know how these people were raised, or how lots of black people raise their kids to think that this type of attitude or this type of behavior is acceptable, is okay. But where I'm from, it is not okay. It is never okay to jump on a person, let's say 15 people, teens for that matter, jumping on one person that resulted to murder. No, the officer Tatum, thank you for this, because they all should go to jail. Now, nothing anybody should even be saying to say, oh, there is some way to justify their behavior. No, it's not okay. Because if it were your child that these 15 kids had done this to, you would say it's not okay. So why do you think it's okay for this to happen to someone else's child? It's unacceptable. Regardless of skin color, it's unacceptable at all. Why people are still also prioritizing Black Lives Matter or Black lives? People should also prioritize white lives or purple lives or other racist lives. But yeah, let's go on.
They ain't beating to death another brother. They beating to death a white kid. And to be honest, I grew up in an all-black school at Paul Laurence Dunbar High School. If you ever saw us beating and stomping a white kid to death, it was racist. We were racist. We were getting the white boy back. That's the only reason you see all of us against one white boy. I guarantee you this has something to do with race, and I guarantee you it was racial bias against white people. But you'll never hear about it, because that's not the message that the media want to push. Let me let you play this video. Roll the clip.
Video is making the rounds online, showing what's believed to be the fight that happened Wednesday afternoon. Metro officers responding to reports of a student fight across the street from Rancho High School. The investigation revealing the victim got into a physical altercation with 15 people before cops arrived.
Nothing that large, like 3 people maybe, but like 15, I've never heard of that before.
Rancho High Junior Antonio Green says he's a classmate and saw the video.
All right, let's look at the Rancho High demographic. Rancho High School, I just looked it up. It is 93% minority enrolled. Lord Jesus.
Wow.
7% of them are Hispanic and 9% is black and only 5% are white. I would argue you won't find a school behaving like this when there's not a high number of minorities in that school. I don't think so. Now, when it comes to kids going and shooting up the school, I don't know. That's a different subject matter. But when it comes to fighting, jumping, and beating up people, you see this in these inner city schools all the time. And I didn't even have to guess. I knew it was probably primarily black or Hispanic. And then they beating a white kid to death. The thing is, when I was in school, this happened all the time. Now, it wasn't no white kids in my school, so we weren't beating up white boys. But this used to happen all the time. People fighting in the school. They had the pepper spray the school. We had 10 fights. We had 10 fights in one day in the school. And I wasn't there because I got suspended for almost getting into a fight the day before this happened. Come back to school, the house still smelled like pepper spray.
Wow.
And it's a problem that nobody want to talk about, nobody want to address. Because the bigotry of low expectation from black people and Hispanics now, because they're becoming the primary minority group. When are we going to start talking about these cultural issues that go on in this country perpetuated primarily by black and brown people? I'm just throwing it out there. Y'all can make your own assumptions. I'm tired of looking at it, but ain't nobody going to talk about it but me. I'll see y'all on the next one. I'm out.
Oh my goodness. Seeing this makes me sick. I don't know anybody who is going to see this and say this is okay or is an acceptable act, because I know that at some point in our lives where we've been in high school, at least for the majority of us that went through high school or went to high school, we've once in a lifetime experienced bullying or see people bully, and bullying has kind of happened in our schools and the likes and all. But saying to jump on another person because of a skin color or for something and think it is okay, no, it's not. It's never okay. It's never acceptable. Not in this lifetime will it be acceptable. And this is the problem. Lots of people would see this and think it is okay to jump on somebody because of their race or their skin color and think it is okay. Now this right here, this is the problem. People would see this and not see anything wrong with it, because what is involved a black kid, or is involved black things and a white kid, because the white kid's life is in danger or it resulted to murder. The white kids matter, or the white life matter white life does not matter in this point. In this case, all they got to talk about is the black life. This is wrong. This is wrong. This is racism in all ramifications. Racism at its peak. But of course, people would glorify some kind of racial fight because it's going to benefit or fit a certain narrative. This is wrong. It's wrong. And I watched the clip of the father doing the interview, and I asked myself, how is the father so calm? Because the parents need to hold their children responsible. Those children should be spending those teens should be spending the rest of their lives in jail. And of course, when people watch this thing, especially people from the black demography watch this thing, they would say, oh, a white person does this, so it's okay for a black person to do this. This is crazy, it's unacceptable, it's all shades of wrong, and these people need to go to jail. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment down below. What are your thoughts about this so far? I really love your honest contribution to this. You can share all the useful information you think might be really helpful. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and all of that good stuff. And until next time, see you in the next video.